Good day to everyone, my fellow men, friends. Welcome to our channel, and this is the welding lesson part 2. Oh, I just remembered in the last episode someone sent me a message, one of our friends. He said, I'm not going to show his message anymore, nor his name. He said, I hope you just show us how to weld, because all these other things take too long. First of all, thank you for your comment, and we are open to suggestions. I told him, I hope you just commented in the bottom in the video so I can reply to you there, so we're not hiding anything, because we're open to comments. Criticisms, that's okay. Those things are welcome. Because, if you're someone that don't accept criticisms or comments or suggestions to you, you're not going to improve. We should always be open to comments and to criticisms, especially constructive criticisms. Thank you to you, friend. This is what I can say, like what I said to him. Because studying something, you should have an idea, so you know how to do what you must do or what must be done. For example, in driving, you were given a car, you were taught how to drive. For example, it's your first time, you don't have any idea. They're gonna teach you, okay, this is the clutch. Oh, no, wait a minute, I wanna drive. What are you gonna do now? Or you're gonna put the key in the ignition. What next? Or you don't know anymore. Because there are no instructions. And you don't have an idea. You should have an idea. Oh, another example. You're rushing. You wanna rush to be able to learn. Okay, this is the steering wheel. This is what you're going to steer. So when you turn, the first pedal on the right, that's the gas pedal. You're going to move forward when you step on the gas. This is the brake pedal. When you step on it, the car will stop. This is the clutch. If you... Oh, wait, that's okay. I already know that. Get off. Let me drive. You start the car. The engine's on. You step on the gas. And he said, okay, I'm gonna move here. You stepped on the gas. Vroom, vroom. But it's not moving. Why is it like that? Why is it not moving? Because you don't know it yet. It's being taught to you, but you're rushing. Because there are details there. Yes, that's the gas. That's for moving the car. But there are details. You need to put the car in gear first. And there's another detail. For you to be able to change gears, you have to step on the clutch pedal. There's another detail after that. You're not just gonna let go of the clutch pedal. You need to balance it. Isn't it like that? There's a lot of details when it comes to driving. In welding, it's the same thing. There are details that you need to learn. Just like this, for example, the welding rod. Almost all of those that are new to studying welding, the only thing they know about the welding rod is just that, it's a piece of metal with this powdery coating. That's it. They're all the same. It's not like that. That's why there are numbers and letters in these rods. Look at this. Can you see it? The number there is E6013. That is the number of this particular rod. Did you see that? There's a letter and numbers. For example, this is our welding rod over here. The letter is E. All of the welding rods you'll see starts with the letter E. That's an international code. It starts with an E because it means electrode. All welding rods starts with an E. But the numbers over here are different because these numbers indicate certain things. The first two numbers, what the 60 here is signifying, it signifies the strength. Whatever welding rod you see, whatever first two numbers you see, signify the strength, or in Portuguese, the potência. It means it'll take 60,000 pounds before the weld breaks. Before whatever it is you're welding, if your welding is proper, we're not talking about, imagine you just welded for a few seconds. Oh, why did it break? I thought it would be able to take 60,000 pounds. If you've welded it properly, before you break that particular weld, you will need 60,000 pounds before it breaks. So when you see this in different countries, E, then it's followed by 30. That means it'll take 30,000 pounds before that welding breaks. I saw some that's 80, 70. It means it'll take 70,000 pounds before the weld breaks. This particular one we're talking about, it says 60. So that means 60,000 pounds. If we're going to convert that into kilograms, it'll be 27,215 kilos before the weld breaks. That's it. It indicates the strength. This is important because if you're making something, you're gonna do welding, you went abroad. For example, you went to Dubai. Hello to those from Dubai. Like this video. Comment below. For example, you're welding wherever, and they're asking you to weld a bridge that's made out of metal. You're gonna weld, and the welding rod that you pick, it has 3 here, 30. So 30,000 pounds before the weld breaks. Or if there's an existing 20,000 pounds before the weld breaks. You chose the lowest type of welding rod. What do you think will happen? The bridge will fall down. Because those that pass by there are heavy. So you need to understand this. Because if you're just gonna start welding without knowing all these things, oh, I know how to weld, I don't care what welding rod I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna, start welding here. What will happen? You're gonna have to answer to the mayor. You're gonna have to answer to your me. Now, let us talk about the third number. This. The third number, number 1 in this example, it indicates the position. Meaning, the welding rod that I'm holding right now, if you see that the third number is 1, it means this welding rod is good for all positions. Because number 1 signifies good for all positions. It's like this. This welding rod can be used in flat surfaces, horizontal, and vertical, and even overhead surfaces. But there are details behind that I'll explain later on regarding the overhead. Now if you see this, the third number is number 2. It means this welding rod is only good for 2 positions, flat and horizontal positions. the third number is, for example, 3. That means that particular welding rod is only good for one position. And that'll be the flat position. It's like that. So what we're studying has something to do with welding. Now let us talk about the fourth number. The fourth number here, this indicates the components of this powdery coating that surrounds the metal part of the welding rod. We're not going to tackle this anymore because we're not chemists. We're not going to tackle it anymore. But there is something I would like to share to you. For example, the thing you're going to weld is overhead. The fourth number here, it has something to do with the third number. It's like this. For example, you're going to be welding something that is overhead. You're going to pick one that is it says number 1 because it's good for all positions. But there are details that we have to understand. The detail is the fourth number should be 0. That's the best type that you can use if what you're going to weld is overhead. As I've said, the fourth number signifies what components are in the powder coating. They come in different types. They come in 0, 1, 2. You'll see different ones. The 3, it means they call it, when you're welding, it's not gonna dry straight away. So if you're gonna use this for overhead projects, what's gonna happen is that these things will just keep falling down. You weld, it will fall down. You're gonna have a hard time welding because it has a hard time attaching to what you're welding. Because it's soft, it takes a long time for it to dry. Not like 0. In 0, they have this quick dry component. The plaque will dry straight away. You weld something, the plaque will dry straight away. As you move, it keeps going dry. If that's what we use for overhead projects, as you move, it keeps drying straight away. That is how it is if you have the fourth number as 0. That's why it is important for us to learn these things, because it depends what you're going to use. That is why we're gonna take a little bit of time, but at least you're gonna learn. I hope that you've learned things that I believe are important, so you'd know which welding rod you're gonna use.